It's great today on the Equipping for Life broadcast to have with us Judith Stevenson from Forth River Primary School in Belfast. Judith is the head master at that school. Maybe, Judith, you want to tell us a little bit about Forth River, just as an introduction?
Yes, certainly. Forth River Primary School is reputed to be one of the oldest schools in Belfast. We are almost 180 years old.
Wow.
And we are situated in the Greater Shankill area in northwest Belfast. And we currently have about 214 children on the roll.
Excellent. Well, that gives us a historical and a geographical link then in our minds, Judith. So thank you for that. So Judith, you being as a school, as a name of a school I've been aware of for some time as having been involved with Equipping for Life. I suppose the simple question I have to begin with is, why did you decide to partner with Equipping for Life? Do you not have enough going on?
Well, in a primary school, you can never have too much going on. So basically, our reasoning was the ethos behind Equipping for Life fitted in very neatly with our own school value set.
Okay.
So we felt that it was something that we could get involved in, and we would like to get the children involved in. It's a very worthwhile program, particularly the idea of one-to-one reading. In the Greater Shankill area, the levels of literacy are sometimes quite poor, and any opportunity at all to raise standards and to give children more confidence with reading, we are always open to. And we just felt that this was a slightly different slant. It wasn't the parents, it wasn't the class teacher, it was people from the wider community, and that opportunity was worth taking. Plus, we love the idea of the intergenerational aspect of it.
Yes.
We do try and take opportunities to get the children involved with the wider community, and we have another group of children in school who visit old people in an old people's home locally as well. So it is something that we are keen to do, and that was why we got involved.
Great, and it's been great to have Forth River in the Equipping for Life family from the early days. You mentioned taking children one-to-one for reading. Now, I know that you will have a limited number of volunteers who go in once a week from Equipping for Life, but you have 214 children. So how do you determine which children should benefit from reading support from a volunteer?
Well, the answer is simple, really, to that. We felt that the best part of the school to become involved was Key Stage 2. Those are the children from P5 up to P7. And we felt that the P5 age group was probably best because they're already readers, but there would be an opening and an opportunity there to improve their skills and raise their confidence. So we opted for Year 5, and we then, within that Year 5 classroom, we selected a group, initially a group of 12 children, and we took it from really the middle of the class. So they weren't the top readers in the class, they weren't the weakest readers in the class, because the weaker children actually get a lot of support in other ways through special needs and things. The top children, well, they're going to race on ahead anyway. So we just felt that the middle group were the ones who would benefit most. And so they're already readers, maybe not confident readers, but we thought it'll raise their own self-esteem, their own confidence in reading, hopefully improve standards, and give them an opportunity actually to read for enjoyment. Because that one-to-one basis, it's a more interpersonal thing. So that was really our reasoning behind the children that we chose.
And that sounds very logical reasoning, and I think people will be interested to understand just how you go about arriving at the right kids to select. Having selected the right kids and having had a volunteer come along and do supported reading with them, what have you seen as being the outcomes? How can you, as it were, measure those outcomes? How do you see improvement with the children?
Well, there's your qualitative and quantitative, and the quantitative we do by testing, and sometimes a scheme like this is hard to quantify in that way, but certainly you can see it by quality. And the big outcome that we see is the enjoyment that the children get. They look forward so much to their Friday mornings or our sessions, and Friday morning sessions are just anticipated all week. The children definitely have had their confidence boosted. They read orally much more confidently now than what they did previously. I think their own self-esteem has been raised because they've got that one-to-one relationship with the same dedicated person
Yes.
And for those children, we actually made a decision at the end of the first year. We made a decision to carry on with the same children into the second year.
Ah,
So
okay.
we didn't take a break at the end of year 5. Those children who started in year 5 are now reading in year 6 with their dedicated partner. So we felt that building up that relationship was really, really important. And I think the children feel valued because of that, but they also, I actually think the volunteers benefit a great deal. You know, there's an outcome for them as well.
Certainly
in that
do.
they have that. I know they come in on a Friday morning and they look forward to it. I go in and the buzz in the room is just fantastic. You know, the interaction that's going on is second to none. So I think it's qualitative at the moment. You know, I think that's the only way we can judge it. But certainly we are delighted with the outcomes that we've seen.
I think anything that contributes to a child's education, whether it be emotionally or psychologically or practically, is very valuable these days. And right now, Judith, you've been in this program of support from Equipping for Life for 2 years at Forth River. We're in the stages now where this is expanding into all our towns in Northern Ireland. We'll start in Lisburn and Newton Abbey in September, subject to COVID planning. But it will also potentially be starting in January next year in other places as far afield as Patrick, Ross Trevor, Armagh, Derry, Londonderry. So, you know, there's lots of expressions of interest now coming in from people who would be the volunteers. But if you were to have the opportunity to speak to a principal, say from Downpatrick in a primary school where maybe they were being approached by Equipping for Life, why would you say to that principal that they should consider engaging with Equipping for Life based on your 2 years of experience?
Well, I would definitely 100% encourage them and tell them to do it. It has been such a blessing to us in Forth River. It's that opportunity for the children to meet other people outside their own school environment, and those visitors are coming into them, and it just, the interpersonal skills are fabulous. They really are. But I couldn't even begin to quantify the personal gains that the children have had through the program. You know, we can see the confidence now that they have that they didn't have before. They have had that opportunity to relate to somebody else of a different age group from a different environment, and we now are in a position in Forth River, thankfully, after the last 2 years, where we have 15 children reading every Friday morning for half an hour each with a dedicated volunteer on a one-to-one basis, enjoying reading. And to me, the benefits go way beyond reading.
Yes.
They go way beyond the text in front of the children. It's not just improving their reading, it's changing things for them in so many other ways. So we strongly recommend it, definitely.
I think we're delighted to hear that, and you may have a follow-up from a principal or two who says, well, Judith, I need to ask you a little bit more detail, but thankfully what I'm hearing is that Equipping for Life is doing what it's saying on the tin, so to speak. It's helping equip children with a skill that they will need throughout all of their lives, which is reading. And so, Judith, thank you for your time today, and thank you for your ongoing partnership with Equipping for Life. Thank you.